A question that I've been getting asked a lot recently is what's the fastest way to actually go about learning high level once you've got your account and get signed up? And so in this video, I'm going to show you the fastest way to go about learning this software and how I went about learning it, and then show you how you can learn it and avoid all the mistakes that I made in the beginning so that you can start landing your own clients and making that monthly recurring revenue in your business. And I know many of you may be wondering, what's with the Rubik's Cube? And I'm just going to demonstrate to you with this Rubik's Cube what the learning process really is like for something that's complex like high level, and this incredibly powerful piece of software that really is an all-in-one platform for everything that you could possibly want to do inside of your business. But one of the things that comes along with being such a powerful platform is there is a level of complexity. And so I want to share with you a story of how I actually went about learning how to do the Rubik's Cube and how that relates to learning a piece of software such as high level. Just want to show you really quickly that it's completely messed up on every side and I haven't given myself any sort of head start, but I really just want to use this tiny little cube to show you exactly what it's taught me about the learning process. And so the first time that I picked up this little cube, it just enthralled me to the point where I absolutely couldn't stop doing it. And it was just so mind-boggling to me that every time I picked this up and tried to get it figured out and complete it, it just seemed to, no matter what I did, just seemed to mess it up more. And so I took to the internet and tried to figure out exactly what was going on and why every time that I did this, it just seemed to mess it up. And I knew that there had to be something more to it. And I knew that there had to be a strategy. And so when I went to the internet, and again, the internet was not at all what it is today, so it was much more difficult to find legitimate information. But I found websites where people had solved Rubik's Cube and taught other people how to solve the Rubik's Cube. And so I just kept learning from those websites. And what I quickly discovered was that there were patterns to solving a Rubik's Cube. It wasn't something that you were born with. It wasn't something that you had to be a super genius to do. It was just, you had to recognize that there were patterns and then see different shapes on the Rubik's Cube and be able to solve for them. And it wasn't nearly as complex as I originally thought. It actually turned out to be that there were only 6 or 7 algorithms that you needed to learn, and then you just needed to know when to use those different algorithms. And so over the course of this, I learned that what seemed to be this incredibly complex and difficult little cube that was causing me so much headaches, and I actually would not leave it ever. I kept bringing it to class, and I actually got my friends involved with doing it, and it became sort of a competition. And I almost got kicked out of math class in 7th grade because I just kept bringing this little cube to class, and the teacher was like, "Hey man, you need to pay attention to what's going on here." And I quickly discovered that through this learning process, it wasn't magic. It was just figuring out the little patterns that needed to be done and then continuing to do them and continuing to improve. And eventually it got to the point where all those little patterns came together in the right way. And after enough practice, everything was done and complete just the way that it needed to be done. And so what I discovered through that learning process was that something that seems incredibly complex actually isn't as difficult as it might seem at first. So with that, let's hop on over into high level and get you learning this software as quickly as possible. All right, so now that we're in high level, you see that we're inside of my demo account, which is a sub account. And if you're signing up for high level under your own account, then you'll have a sub account and you'll also have this agency view. But what we're going to go through in this video is we're just going to focus on the sub account, because that's where you're going to be spending the majority of your time to build your own business. And when you're helping out your clients, you're going to be spending almost all of your time within the sub account. And so when you get signed up, you're going to see this Launchpad. And the very first thing that you're going to want to do, and the quickest way to go about learning high level, is just to come in here. And much like the Rubik's Cube, it takes practice and it takes doing it over and over to the point where you start to recognize those patterns, and then everything starts to click and you know when to do certain things to get the desired outcome. So where we're going to start is we're going to start in the Launchpad, and we're going to go through all of these different tabs in here, and I'm going to show you everything that you need to know to start learning this software as quickly as possible. But the thing that I want to emphasize in this video, because I have so many people who sign up with me as one of my affiliates and they get going and they get overwhelmed. And they're like, I don't know where to start. I don't know what I'm doing. This all seems so complicated. And so I want to emphasize in this video that this piece of software has everything that you need to run a business. But because it's so comprehensive, it takes a little bit to learn. And so the people who get signed up and they're like, hey, I want to start making $10,000 in 30 days. That's not how this works. What we're doing here is we're building skills, and we're building lifelong skills that are going to allow you to build whatever online business you want in the future. But in order to do that, you need to understand these skills such as marketing and website creation and how to automate things. And these are all skills in and of themselves. So the fact that all of this is within high level is insane, but it also means that it's going to take a little bit to learn all this. So if you're just getting going, my best piece of advice is stick with it. Continue to learn this in incremental chunks. I did not learn the Rubik's Cube all in one day. It took me months to learn. And I was doing it all day, every day, just playing with the Rubik's Cube, bringing it to math class, doing it after school. I know I was a nerd, but it's that consistent effort and a little bit of improvement over time that's going to allow you to master this software. And so once you get in here, the first thing that I would do is start with the Launchpad. And in the Launchpad, you're going to see download our app. And I would just go through each of these things individually and figure out what you need to do. And the best way, the absolute best way to learn this software is just to go through it and start by figuring out where everything is. So just go through all the different tabs, go through the Launchpad, figure out, okay, I'm going to download a mobile app. I'm going to need a Google My Business. I'm going to need a Facebook account. I'm going to have a web chat widget on my website. Maybe you don't know what that even means right now because you're brand new to all this. I had no idea what a web chat widget was when I first got going, but I was like, all right, that's in the Launchpad. That's probably going to be something that I'm going to integrate with my website. And we've got the Sites tab here, so you can see that we've got a website and a Sites tab. Those are probably going to go together. And then we've got a Stripe account. When I first got going, I had no idea what Stripe was or what it did. And so I was like, all right, connect your Stripe account to start accepting payments. All right, we've got payments that we're going to start accepting. We've got a payments tab here. And so these two are probably going to go together. And then we've got a Yext, WordPress. I had no idea what that meant. So we're going to go through all of this. But this is sort of how I got started, was I just started looking at what's inside the Launchpad. All right, I'm going to want to learn all that. And then I went to the dashboard and I looked at the dashboard. And I was like, all right, there's no data here, but it looks like this is just like any other CRM that I've used in the past. And maybe you haven't used a CRM in the past and this is all brand new to you, but we've got opportunities here and funnels. And it's like, all right, well, we've got opportunities here. And so everything is starting to look like it connects within this piece of software. And so when I look around, I'm like, all right, well, let's go to the next thing because it doesn't look like there's a ton that I need to do here. So let's go into conversations. And now we've got conversations going. And I know what conversations are. And it looks like we can connect a phone eventually. And then we've got some manual actions, templates, snippets, and trigger links. So I don't know what any of that means right now. So let's continue to go on. I know what a calendar is, and this looks pretty basic. So I've got calendars and appointments, and then contacts. And so this is how I really got going when I first started. And I've got some demo contacts in here. So this is what I would recommend doing. is just going through each of these individual tabs and figuring out where things are. And the great thing about this software is you can't break it. So you can come in here and play around with it endlessly. And for contacts, you have unlimited contacts. For sites, you have unlimited sites. And so you get an unlimited amount of most everything in HighLevel. So you can just continue to create new things. And then when you're done with them, you can go back and delete them. And so that's what I would recommend doing. And that's what we're going to do in this video is we're going to go through each of these individual pieces of the software, and I'm going to show you how to get going. And I've always been a doer and I like to figure it out as I'm going. So I'm going to show you how to do. But if you're more of a learner and you really learn by seeing someone else do it first and then do it, and there's actually a methodology to this, which is learn, do, teach. And that's really the way to concretely learn something, is to learn it from someone else, which if you've checked out my YouTube channel, I teach you how to do all of this on my YouTube channel. I teach you how to use this software in depth, every aspect of the software, or I give away free courses to everyone that signs up with me as my affiliate. So I've got my affiliate link below this video. And if you get signed up, I give you 3 free courses that teach you everything you need to know to create your own successful business online through HighLevel and start making monthly recurring revenue. That's money that just continues to come in every single month for selling this software or using it in your own business. And so what we're going to do now is I'm going to go through this software as if I'm a beginner, and I'm going to show you how I would go about learning it. And this would be the do phase inside of the learn, do, teach methodology. So the first phase is learn, and that can just be consuming YouTube videos, watching the courses that I give away for free to my affiliates, or watching other videos on how to use this software. But we're going to go through the do phase, and this is where you actually start to implement and make those connections of where things are and how things work. And so the first thing you would do is download the app. So come in here, send link, choose your phone number, hit continue. It's going to send you a link to download the mobile app, and now you have access to the mobile app on here. And then you want to generate more leads from Google My Business. So you need to create a Google My Business account. So what I did for this is I just looked up online, how do I create a Google My Business account? And then I followed the steps to create my very own Google Business profile, which you absolutely need to start doing these things, because if you want to go about reselling this software and then teaching people how to do it and landing your own clients, then you need to know how to do this for yourself. Because if someone's making the decision of who to sign up with when they sign up for HighLevel, and they're deciding against someone who's brand new or someone like me who's been doing this for over a year and understands this software inside and out, then of course they're going to go with the person who understands how to use the software, because they're going to be able to help them out when they have questions. So what you want to do in the beginning is come in and learn this software. Understand where everything is, how everything works, and how to use it for yourself before you go about trying to sell it. Because if you go about selling it and you have no idea how to use it, then you're going to have customers leaving left and right. But if you actually know what you're doing and can help customers once they get signed up with you, then there's a 95% chance that those customers are going to continue to pay you month after month to continue using this software. SaaS only has a 5% churn rate when you know what you're doing. And so come in here, create your Google My Business account, understand how that works, connect it to the software, and then create your business Facebook page. Again, if you've never created a business Facebook page, you can either learn how to do that through my SaaS from Scratch course, which I give away to my affiliates for free, or you can look up on YouTube, how do I create a business Facebook page? And there's a ton of content that'll come up, and then you just connect your Facebook page right here. And now you've got your Google page and your Facebook page connected. And then we're going to create a website, and I'm going to show you what a web chat widget actually looks like. And then for creating your Stripe account, you just go to Stripe, you sign up for a free Stripe account, and then you're able to start collecting payments online. And so Stripe's absolutely free. They just take a small percentage of every sale, but you just create an account and then connect it. And then you're able to start creating products and coupons and everything that you need to do online business straight from this software. And then Yext is a third-party tool that allows you to list your business on all sorts of sites, that allows you to get seen through SEO on Google rankings and really just boosts your account and puts you more towards the top, because Google looks at that and sees that your business is everywhere online. So this allows you to pay a monthly fee and then enter your information into Yext one time and then have it appear everywhere online, which boosts your ranking everywhere. So Yext is definitely a very cool tool, but in the beginning, it's not super important to get going. But eventually, if you want more visibility and higher rankings online, then Yext is a great tool to get connected and boost your reputation online. And then WordPress is another third-party application that allows you, if you've already got a WordPress site, you can instantly connect it to your HighLevel account. But HighLevel has a sites tab where you can build as many websites and funnels as you want. So if you don't already have a WordPress site, you don't have to worry about connecting this WordPress integration. And then here's where you add team members, and you can also do that inside of your settings. But if you have multiple people in your team, then you can just come here, add team members. And this is also something that you'll have to do as you get going if you want to add yourself as a team member, and that becomes important when you start assigning tasks to people on your team. And you want to make sure that in the beginning you come in here and you add yourself so that you're created in your sub account, and then as you build a team out, you add more people here. So then the next place we're going is the dashboard, and we already started to look at this and saw how this is where your data is going to appear. And so as you create opportunities, which we'll go through here shortly, everything's going to start to appear here in your dashboard. And this just gives you a glance at what's happening inside of your business and inside of your funnels. And you can customize this by coming up here, clicking this button, and you can add widgets. So you've got all these different widgets and for contacts and everything. And I've got an entire video on this new dashboard and how to customize it. So I'll link to that video above, and I'll also put it at the end of this video if you want to learn more about how to customize your dashboard and optimize it for your business. But this is just going to give you a broad overview of what's happening inside of your business at a glance. And then the conversations tab, again, we went through the conversations a little bit, but you can integrate all of your different communication channels into one spot with HighLevel. So all of your text messages and emails and WhatsApp messages and Facebook messages and Instagram DMs and all of these different platforms that you can communicate on can land here in one single inbox. And the web chat, which we saw at the Launchpad, any people that are coming into your website and clicking on your web chat widget, the conversation gets started and it gets put in this conversations tab so that you can get the conversations going with your customers straight from here. So you no longer have to go through and check all of these different platforms for all of these different communications. Everything that you link in this software, which we'll go through in the integrations, everything that you link, all those messages appear here. And once you download the mobile app, then you can now answer those questions from all those different channels and have those conversations with either your customers or leads that are potentially going to become customers. Then everything shows up here in one singular inbox. So this is an incredible feature of this software and makes doing business significantly easier and less time consuming. And then we've got the calendars, so you can actually come in here and see if you've got appointments for the day, then all of those are going to show up here. And you can also see your appointments inside of the appointments tab, and it's just a different way of looking at it. So if you have people booking appointments on your calendar, you can change the status here, but the calendars is going to show you the timeline of when those things are happening. And then if you go into your calendar settings, then you can create different calendars, and you can create groups and have a service menu and different rooms and equipments. So all this is brand new. Groups have been around for a little bit now, but the service menu and rooms and equipment is all brand new. So this is the exact process, because anytime anything is new inside of HighLevel, I have to learn it too. And so this is the exact process that I would go through. And I would just come in here. I already know how to use calendars. I've got those created. And if you want to create your own, then you can come up here and click create calendar and then choose the different types of calendars that are available. And again, I've got entire videos inside of my courses that go through this entire process of selecting the right calendar and creating your calendar and getting everything set up so that you can start putting your calendar onto your websites and having people book appointments through you. And if you're using something like Calendly, then you can get rid of that and have everything integrated into HighLevel so that when someone books an appointment, their contact information is automatically stored inside the contacts tab. And so everything communicates with each other and works seamlessly. But that's how you go about creating a calendar. And then I would just come in here and check out what are groups. So add new calendar group. So, okay, we got a group name, group description, template. I've got a couple of templates that I can choose from, and group URL. And so I can change that to make it whatever it is and then create. All right, so choosing and creating a group doesn't seem that difficult. Now let's go to service menu. And if I click add new service menu, then I've got my service menu name, description, service URL, consent checkbox, confirmation page. So I can put a confirmation message, or I can redirect to a certain URL, and then additional options, enable add guests, enable multiple service selection, and staff selection, so they can actually choose which staff member they get. And so this looks like if I'm creating services within my business, then I can create calendars for those select services that I offer so that it's going to specific people on my team. All right, that seems easy enough. And arrange your services. All right, so that's how I go about doing that, and then click close. And then if I want to create rooms, then I'm assuming that this is like Zoom rooms, and add or edit room, name, description, how many people can be in a certain room, and select which calendar it's going to be on. Okay, easy enough. And equipments. So add new equipment, name, description, total quantity, out of service quantity. Okay, so this looks like if I've got equipment that I want to keep track of and assign to people on my team through calendars and figure out when it needs to be serviced or something like that. This looks like what the equipment tab would be used for. So that's exactly what I do when something new comes out, like the service menu, rooms, and equipments, is I just go through, figure out where things are and potentially how it's going to be used. And then if it seems like it's something that applies to my business, then I would actually go in and learn more about it. But right now I'm just kind of figuring out what it is, what goes along with it, and if I think that it's applicable to my business. So that's how I do that. And then I'm going to go back. We're in calendars. Now we're going to move to contacts. So contacts is where I keep a running list of all of the contacts that I've got in here. And I would just come in here and look at all of the different buttons that are here. So add contact, pipeline change, add to campaign or workflow. I don't know what campaign or workflows are just yet, so we're going to figure out what that means. And send SMS. I know what an SMS message is. I know what an email is, so that's send email. Add tag, haven't learned about tags yet, but that seems like it could be useful. Remove tag, delete contacts, send review requests, haven't learned about that yet, but now I know where that is. Export contacts, import contacts. Okay, great. So I can import a contacts list that I already have created. So if I click on import contacts, then I just need to upload the file. And so I would upload file and select file. And so we're not going to do that right now, but it's nice to know that I can import contacts directly into this. So if I've already got an entire list of contacts and want to bring them into the CRM so that they're right here and accessible, I can do that by just uploading a file. And then we've also got email verification. So looks like emails can be verified. We've got add or edit to company. So I can create companies and add certain people to a company so that I can keep track of who's within a certain company, and merge up to 10 contacts. So I can merge contacts. So that's what the contact looks like. And let's just see if I click into here what this looks like. So I've got my contact information, first name, last name, email, phone number, date of birth. All this information is inside of here, and we're just going to keep scrolling down. Offers. All right, so that's kind of what I'm looking at here. Campaigns and workflows. Just saw that pop up there, so let's click in here, see what that looks like. And still don't know what it is, but I've seen it a couple of times now, so it must be important. And opportunities seems like the next tab that we're going to be going through. So this is where opportunities is. And so that seems like something that's going to be important. And company. All right, I just saw company. And so add company, click here, add new company. All right, I can create a company, give them a phone number, email, website, and this looks like a bunch of information that I would want to keep track of. And if I was specifically targeting leads for a certain company and wanted to stay organized within my business, great, that's awesome. I can keep track of everything and organize it how I want. So that's the contacts tab. that's how I'd go through here. Looks like I can search for contacts, apply filters, and search by all these different things. And then I can create columns. And then let's just keep going along here. Bulk actions. What are bulk actions? Doesn't look like there's a ton that I can do yet, so I'm just going to keep moving along, but keep a note that bulk actions are a possibility. Restore. Okay, looks like I've got deleted contacts here, so I can restore contacts up here. Tasks. And I've run many automations through this, so that's what all these tasks are. Yours will probably be blank, but it looks like I can assign tasks to certain people on my team. So that's important so that I know things are getting done. And right now it looks like there's a lot of manual work that goes into it, but I'm still waiting for this automation tab, so maybe we'll be able to automate this. And then we've got company, so we've gone through company a few times, and manage smart lists. So it looks like I can create smart lists of people just to stay more organized within my business. So here's the smart lists, and I can manage them here. Then if I go into settings, it looks like I can create custom fields, which is not something that as a beginner I would have any idea what it is. This is actually just the information that goes into contact information. If the default information isn't good enough and you want to collect other information that's outside of the default information, then you can create custom fields and keep track of that information that you want to keep track of for contacts as they sign up with you. So that's what that is, but as a beginner, I had no idea what custom fields were or how to use them. And opportunities. All right, so we've seen this a few times. Looks like we've got opportunities and pipelines. So I would just come up here, click pipelines. I've got a few here. Yours will be blank, and I'm just going to create new pipelines, see what happens. All right, we've got pipeline name. I'm going to do test pipeline and stage name, new and current and old. And so that's how you add stages. Looks like I can keep track of this inside of, these are dashboard. So if I want to hide from pie chart on dashboard, then that's what that does. And if I want to hide from funnel chart on dashboard, then I would just click on that and I can change these up. But it looks like these pertain to the dashboard, so I'm going to keep a mental note of that. Visible in funnel chart, no. Visible in pie chart, no. So it looks like I can do it as a global setting, or I can do it as an individual setting for each stage. And I'm going to click save, just see what happens. And it looks like, all right, now we've got a test pipeline created. So if I go back into my opportunities, I'm still not seeing what I created, so I'm going to come up here and, oh, there's all the pipelines that I've got. So I'm going to click test pipeline, and now I see that new, current, and old all showed up as categories. And now I'm going to come up here and click add opportunity, and it looks like I've got contact name that I can select, so I'm just going to select that, and it auto populates all the information from that contact name into this opportunity name. I can name it whatever I want. Pipeline, test pipeline, stage, I can select the stage within the pipeline, so I'm going to leave it as new. And status, looks like open, lost one, abandoned. So open, and opportunity value, I'm going to do $3,000. And owner, so I've got owners within here that are people on my team. So back at the Launchpad, these are where I actually created the team members in this account, where it said add team member or add staff member. Then these are the people that show up because I created these people in my account. These are my team members. And so I'm just going to do Amy Clark and followers. I'm going to leave that blank. And business name, I'm going to leave it blank. Opportunity source. Tags, I've seen tags before. Looks like I've already got some created. If you don't have any created, this will be blank, but I'm just going to do new tag and create. And I'm going to see what happens. So I've created that opportunity. I'm going to exit out of here. And if we click, sometimes it gets stuck. So I'm going to click out of it, come back in, and see if this loads. And I'm getting this error message that, oops, something went wrong. Retry, so I'm gonna here and retry, opportunity value, and then it's successfully created, so we're gonna exit out of there, bounce back in between, see if it loads this time, and it may still give me an oops message, and it is. So this isn't working right now, but I've never actually had that happen, but looks like something's just going wrong right now. So normally that opportunity would auto-populate here, and by the end of this video I'll come back and check and see if it's working again. But normally an opportunity would populate here, and then I'd be able to drag it across all of these. But that's kind of how that works. And normally that would show up here and I'd be able to click into it. But then if we go back and look at our dashboard, because we've created that opportunity, we can now look at the different pipelines that we have. So I'm going to do this test pipeline and see, and it looks like tried creating that opportunity 3 different times. So I've got 3 opportunities created, so it just didn't populate in the opportunities tab, but now I've got $9,000 worth of new business in that pipeline. That's right there, and I can see it all right there. And I've got 3 opportunities created and they're all open, and I haven't won any of them yet. So everything auto-populated into the dashboard, and this is where I view that. I don't know why it's not populating into the opportunities tab, but everything went to the dashboard and is appearing there exactly how it should be. So that's how all of that starts to connect with each other. And then if we go into the payments tab, we've seen payments a few times, and so we've got invoices and recurring templates. So it looks like I can create invoices, and if I'm sending recurring templates over and over, then I can create recurring templates. So I would come in here and just look at all of that, and then I could also just create normal templates that aren't recurring. So it looks like I can create different templates for if it's going to be going out monthly or on a recurring basis, or I can just create normal templates. I can also, looks like I can create documents and contracts. And so if I click on that, it looks like it's the same layout, and I can do draft, waiting for others, completed, click new document, and just come in here and create a new document. And I could go through all of that, add an element, all this pops up. I can drag and drop. Everything within HighLevel is drag and drop. So I can just add all the elements that I want and create a table. And it looks like that's pretty easy to do. So I'm going to go back and do that. I'm just trying to figure out where everything is right now. So looks like those documents are easy to do there. And it also looked like I could just upload a PDF. So if I already have a document created, I can just upload that, and I can create templates for this. Orders, I can go check on the orders that I've got, if I've got abandoned checkouts, if I've got subscriptions, if I've got payment links that I want to create and then send to people. It looks like I can just create a payment link, enter first name, last name, email, and then send a payment link. And I can select what product and the price point that I'm looking to set it at, and then requires customer to add phone number. So if I click that, then it's going to add a phone number and collect customer address. So if I want to collect all that information and just send a payment link, then I can. Call to action, pay, book, donate. All right, great. Seems very easy to do. Powered by demo account, I can change that. And payment mode, test or live. So if I wanted to just test it out, I could do test, send it to myself, make sure everything's working, and then go live when I actually go to send it to the customer. And so that's pretty self-explanatory. Transactions, I can look at all the different transactions that have taken place in my account. I can, looks like, create products. And so if I wanted to create a product here, then looks like I can import as CSV or import from Stripe. So if I have a list of a bunch of products, I can import those. If I've created them in Stripe already, I can import those. And all of this is probably only going to appear once you actually integrate your Stripe account. So you have to make sure to integrate your Stripe account and then go through the payments tab, and then you can create a product. And so I'm just going to do test product and description, test media. I'm not going to upload a file right now, but it looks like I can charge tax on this product. All right, so I can charge tax or create new tax, and I can select which taxes. So it looks like I would have to create a new tax and then charge tax on it. And I can also enter a descriptor and then prices. I can choose one-time or recurring, so it could be a one-time payment of $100, or looks like I could do recurring payment of $25 and a compare at price. So if I wanted it to be like, hey, this is a discount, it's normally $50, then I could compare it at $50. And then billing period, monthly, trial period, I'm not going to give it a trial period. We're just going to say that this is a monthly recurring bill without a trial. Number of payments, we're going to make it 4 payments. So it's going to be the same as a one-time payment of $100 had we done the one time of $100. And setup fee, you can add a setup fee if this is something like software and you're wanting to set it up for your clients, then you can do all that right here. Track inventory, so continue selling out of stock, availability, quantity. And so this is all things that you can set up within HighLevel, and additional options. I'm not going to track inventory. Price description, membership offer. If you've got memberships, you can select a membership offer and add it to that. So if someone buys this product, then they also get this membership offer, which we're going to go through here in the memberships. So you see how everything continues to connect, and you can add another price. But we're just going to save this test product. And so we are good to go there. We've created a product, and it automatically creates it in Stripe and gives it an internal product ID. And so we're going to go back, and you can see right here, test product, $25, digital product. And so once you've created that product, then you can actually create a coupon for that product. If you want to create a coupon, then you just come in here, create coupon, and test coupon, and you can create the coupon code, so test, and you could also generate it if you just want a random code to be generated. Coupon type, either percentage coupon or fixed coupon. So if I want to give a percentage off, then I can choose the percentage amount. So let's do 10% discount, and you can select the dates that you want it to run from. So start on today, and select the time. So it's just going to be 12 p.m. and then end date. You can select whatever date you want this to end on. So if you want it to run for a couple of months, then you can just run it till then, and limit the total number of times it can be redeemed. Limit this coupon to select product or offers. So I'm only going to want this to be on test product that I just created, and I only want it to be able to be redeemed 100 times. So you can create this so that it's only valid for the first 100 people that sign up for this offer, and then limit to 1 per customer, and apply to recurring or future payments if applicable. So if I don't want it to apply, then I would just select that off. But if I want them to get a 10% discount every single time that they get billed, then I would leave that on, and I'm going to create that coupon. So that's how coupons work. And then settings, looks like there's receipts and taxes and notifications, and all of that is done right here. So I can create receipts, I can add taxes, I can do notifications and integrations. This is where I would connect my Stripe, or if I want to use different payment processing software like Authorize.net or NMI, but I would highly recommend using Stripe. It's just the easiest to use and works seamlessly with HighLevel, but you could also collect payments through PayPal. Again, I would integrate your Stripe for sure, just because it makes it so easy to create products and then put those products onto your websites. So connect your Stripe, create a Stripe account, get that going, you should be good to go. And then we're going to go into the marketing tab, and we've got the social planners, the first thing we see. So manage social accounts, you can connect Facebook, Instagram, Google My Business, LinkedIn, X, and TikTok, all available here. So when I first got started with this, I came into the social planner, and I just came in and connected all of these just to see how it worked. And then once you connect them, then you can actually get in and use the social planner, which allows you to schedule your posts ahead of time. So you can schedule them out and create a social media calendar, and you can create the post and what you want to use as the comments or the hashtags and everything you can create ahead of time, and then connect all of your social medias through here and schedule those posts. So that's what the social media planner is. And then if you go into emails, looks like we've got campaigns, which we've seen before, and you can create a new campaign. And this is just something that allows you to create email campaigns if you want to run certain campaigns over a period of time and send them to bulk amount of customers. Then you can create email campaigns and get those going if you're running like a holiday special or something. And then you can also create templates. So email templates right here, create new template, and you can create from existing campaign. Email marketing templates. So there's already all these beautiful looking email marketing templates created. You can do from blank, or you can import an email. If you see one that you like, then you can just import that email that you may have already created. So they've got all of these different templates that you don't have to start from scratch. You can use the ones that are already created and just go through, figure out which ones fit your niche, and then choose one that you like. And now all of a sudden you've got this beautiful email template that's ready to go, and then you just put in your information, and it makes selling through email marketing so much easier. So go in there, create those templates. You can do the same thing for texts. So we've got these text templates, also called snippets, that you just come in here, create a text template, or you can create an email template here that doesn't look quite as professional. It's just a quick email template. These are easier to use in my opinion. There's not quite as much work that goes into them, but you don't get that professional feel that has all the images and logos and everything on it. But I like using these snippets a lot, especially for text templates. And these are incredibly powerful because I found myself sending the same text over and over again to clients, answering the same questions. So in my main account, I've created a bunch of text templates that just answer questions, and then I can quickly add those and send those out so that all those questions that I'm constantly answering, I've already got a text template for, and it makes doing business easier and faster. And so that's where you create those. Then we've got trigger links, which you put trigger links in your SMS or emails, and then you link to things, and you can set it up so that you get notified when people click trigger links, so you know that people are opening your emails and doing that. I used to use them a lot more. I don't use them a ton anymore, but trigger links are pretty cool once you get the hang of them, and you can just add a link here and then enter the name, link the URL, and then you put it in an email or a text. And then we've got automation, which is absolutely the most powerful part of this entire software. If you're not taking advantage of this automation tab, then you're losing out on so much power of this software. What automation does is it allows you to automate those manual tasks that take up so much time in business. And you just come in here and you create a workflow, and then you can start from scratch, or they've got all these recipes that are already created for you. But I would come in here and just start from scratch and play around with this and use the automation tab. Come in here, build a ton of workflows. All I did in the beginning was figure out what's inside of the automation tab, how to build workflows, and build as many as you possibly can just to figure out what's inside of this tab, because this is the most powerful tab inside of this software. And if you can understand what a workflow trigger is and what workflow actions are, then you're going to be able to help out your clients and really bring their business to the next level. And they're going to continue to pay you month after month happily, because you're going to be able to save your clients so much time, because they're not going to be manually, repetitively doing all of these tasks that they've had to either pay someone to do inside of their business, or these tasks that are taking up so much time for the business owner, that once you understand how to use these workflows, then you're going to be a hero to your clients. So I do have multiple videos that go through and teach you how to master this aspect of the software, because this is definitely the most technical aspect of the software. So I've created an entire playlist, and it's a 3-video series that teaches you how to master workflows inside of HighLevel. So I'll link to that playlist here, as well as at the end of this video. I'll link to the first video in that series, and go through that, watch those videos, master this aspect of the software, and you're going to be unstoppable in your business. So pretty much what you do is you create a workflow trigger, and you could do form submitted and just click that. And then you would select the form by clicking add filters, select form is, and then you select the form. So let's just do form 10, save trigger. And then you choose what you want to happen here by clicking the plus button. And then you can send an SMS or an email, or there's so many things. So I go through all of these in those master HighLevel automations videos that I created. So go through those, figure out how to use this, but that's what's inside the automation tab, and it's incredibly powerful, and you really want to master this aspect of the software. And then they've also got content AI, so you can use AI within HighLevel. It's natively integrated. You can create campaigns and use triggers. Triggers are kind of going out of date, and campaigns aren't really supported after April 15th, 2024. So both of these are going away. Everything's going to be within workflows, which is all I've ever used anyway. It just makes more sense in my opinion. So get familiar with the workflows tab, go through those videos, and master this aspect of the software, and you're going to be able to create whatever you want inside of your own businesses or your clients' businesses. And so then moving on, we're going to go through the sites tab. And what I did is I just came in here, and at the very beginning, I just built as many funnels and as many websites as I possibly could. And so what you do is you just either choose a funnel or a website. The only difference between these, they're pretty much the exact same, but the only difference is that for a funnel, it's really creating one step per page that you want someone to go through. So it'd be like collect an email on the first page, then make a sale on the second page, and then sell an upsell product on the third page, and then have a thank you page on the last page. And there's tons of funnels that you can create, but it's really one action per page with a funnel, whereas a website is someone goes to it and they just bounce around and click all over the website and learn about your business. There's usually a contact us page. There's about us, projects that we're working on. It's really just someone goes there and uses the website to learn more about you and your business, whereas a funnel is typically used more to bring people through a series of steps that you want them to go through and sell products or sell courses or sell a coaching program or do whatever you want there. But in order to use this, you just come in here, create new funnel, and you can start from scratch, or you can use templates. So if you come in here, click templates, then they've got thousands of these already made funnels or websites, and they've got them for all of these different categories and types. So you just select one that you like. And if you're a criminal law firm, then you would click on that, see if this is something that would interest you. And this is already a professional looking website that's done. You would just have to come in here and change up the wording if you want to. Everything already works. Everything's created. So you would just continue, and this would automatically download into your account. And then you'd be able to customize it and edit it as much as you want or as little as you want. So that's how you use the funnels and websites. So the websites is the exact same. And then there's also this blogs tab. So if you're running a blog, then you can create blog posts here. You can integrate your WordPress website here. So again, you could do that from the Launchpad or create it from here. Client portal, if you've got a membership area, which I've created in my own account, then you can create a client portal, which is really where you send people and have them stay encompassed in your world. So you can have it act as a Facebook group. You can have it to where all of the courses that you create are right inside of it. So I'll show you what it looks like. I've got a members area inside of my main account. So I'll show you what this client portal actually looks like inside of it, but it's really cool what you can do inside of there. You can create your own affiliate program, and it's really just an all-encompassing place to send people so that they stay inside of your community. And then you can create forms. So I go through forms endlessly in many of my videos, and I've got everything that you need to know about forms inside of my courses. So I'm not going to go through forms too in depth here, but pretty much you just come in here, add forms, start from scratch, or choose from template. It's just like funnels and websites, and you can create forms to collect contact information. And then when someone fills out the form, you can set up automation to automatically send them a text and an email and have things run when they hit submit. And then all of their contact information is automatically put into the contacts tab. And you can see how everything in the software works seamlessly together. So that's what forms are. And if you start from scratch, it just gives you this basic form. So it starts with name and email and phone number, and then terms and conditions, and then they've got a button, so that would be the submit. But that's what it gives you at the beginning. But you can come up here, add form elements. You've got all these different elements, and you can create custom fields if you want to create your own custom fields inside of this form to collect different information than what they ask for as the quick add default selections. So that's what forms are. And then you've also got surveys, which are very similar to forms, but it's more of a one question at a time type of thing. And then chat widget, this is where you create that chat widget. So this is what the chat widget looks like. You put that on your website, and you can customize this. So put the text, whatever you want. You can put your own image here, and return visitors, you can have a different message and enable custom greetings. And then when someone visits your website, this little bubble is going to pop up in the bottom right hand corner, and it's going to get the conversation started with potential customers when they visit your website. And then when someone fills it out, it's going to ask for their phone number and their name. And then as soon as they hit submit, then that conversation is going to get started in your conversations tab, and it's going to create a new contact. And I've told this story before, but it's worth reiterating. I was visiting my younger cousins one time. They're about 10 years younger than me, and their mom told them to order a pizza. And they started looking around for different pizza shops online, and they found one, but it didn't have any way to order online or send a text message or anything. And so they refused to order pizza from that pizza place because they would have had to call. And that's just how the younger generation is starting to act, because they're so used to being able to text and do everything online without actually conversing with a human. So this is a huge selling feature for businesses, because if you can get the conversation going without the younger generation having to actually hop on a phone and talk to a real human being, then you can actually increase the amount of business that comes in, because that conversation gets started through text messages as opposed to talking to a human. So this is a huge selling feature of this software, and just makes doing business so much easier for the business owner and the customer. And so then you can upload media and open your media library here, and You've also got URL redirects if you want to send people from one URL to another when they type it in, then you just add those here. And we've got memberships, so you can create courses and products and offers and see all your analytics and settings and create communities. And when people finish up courses, you can send them certificates. So again, I've created multiple products inside of my actual account. So this is one of them. It's the onboarding tutorial. And then I have 2 more courses that I give away to all of my affiliates for free, just for signing up with my affiliate link, which is no extra cost to you. You get all 3 of those courses absolutely free that help you master the software as quickly as possible. And I know we're going through everything pretty quickly and just kind of scratching the surface here, but the courses that I offer to my affiliates go in depth on everything that we're talking about here and show you how to use each aspect of this software. But that's how you create courses. And then once you've created courses, you can create an offer around it. And the offer is what you actually go about selling. And then we've got reputation. So you can go about creating reputation management and sending review requests. So you can sell this as its own feature, and you can get clients and let them know that you will boost their online reputation by just sending out review requests. It's incredible how many businesses have been around for decades that have 4, 5, 6 reviews. And it's really just because they're not sending review requests to their customers. So if you go to that business and say, hey, I can get you X amount of reviews in X amount of time, and you've got some data to back that up, then you just use this tool here, the reputation management, and create review requests. And then you can send those to a list of customers that they probably already have. I actually just got a random text message from the person who installed the blinds in my house years ago, and they sent out a review request, and it was so simple to do. It was just, hey, can you leave us a request? Put either a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 in the message response based on how we did. And it was so easy to do that I just gave them a 5-star review because I know that they did a good job, but they didn't ask for it when they originally installed the blinds. So I didn't think to give them a review, but when they actually asked for it and I got a text message years later, I just gave them a 5-star review. So it's really incredible how quickly you can boost a business's online reputation just by asking for the review. And so then we've got reporting, and you can check your Google ads, Facebook ads, all the call reporting and agent reporting and appointment reporting. And this is really where you get an in-depth understanding of what's going on inside your business. And then they've got a whole bunch of apps that you can integrate with the software. You can see the mobile app and all the things that come along with the mobile app. You can create your own mobile app within HighLevel and white label it completely so it looks like your own. And then the onboarding tutorial is my own custom menu link. So we don't have to worry about that one because you won't see that inside of your account. And I actually now give them a members area link. So I'll go into my main account and show you what the members area looks like. And so you can see that here we've got the members area. So if I click into the members area, we've got all of the things that are going on, and we've got discussions, learning, and those are the 3 courses that I give away for free to all of my affiliates. It's the onboarding tutorial, SaaS from scratch, and SaaS agency secrets. And then you can also see the people that are inside of the course and how everyone's doing. And I've got a couple of courses for my affiliates only and for other people that just want to be more involved with HighLevel and learn as we go. And then I've also got a call schedule custom menu link here that I have weekly coaching calls with all of my affiliates. So if you want to get signed up as my affiliate and hop on weekly coaching calls and really master the software as quickly as possible, it's one thing to learn the software on your own, and it's an entirely other thing to have a coach and a mentor that has been through all these trials and tribulations. I've beat my head against the wall learning this software so much that I can pretty much hop on a call and fix any problem that you have. So if you want to hop on a call and get direct access to me and access to everything that I know about the software to help you learn it as quickly as possible, then sign up as my affiliate. I've got weekly coaching calls, and I'm also offering to the first 50 affiliates that get signed up with me, I will hop on a call with you and go through the entire account setup process with you and make sure that you get your account entirely set up so that you are good to go as quickly as possible. And this is a service that HighLevel charges $1,000 for, and I'm giving it away for free to the first 50 affiliates that get signed up with me. So I've currently got around 25 affiliates signed up. So I've got 25 spots left open for that advanced setup call. And I will hop on that call, go through it with you, and make sure that you are up and running and have everything in your account set up, and you can start landing clients of your own once you actually get a grasp of this software. But I would not recommend trying to go about selling this software until you know how to use this software. So spend some time, go through everything that we just went through in this video, build websites, build automations, start using the marketing materials and building templates and creating things as if you're using this for your own business, and potentially you may be using it for your own business. And that's really why I got started here, is I wanted to use this software for my own business and master a skill set that I knew would serve me for the rest of my life. So come in here and get acquainted with the software. And one last thing is, if you're having any trouble, there's also a lot of features inside the settings tab. So this is where you set up your business profile, have your staff created, create calendars, conversation AI, email services. There's so much inside of the settings that I'm not going to go through because this video would get exorbitantly long. It's already pretty long, but come in here and play around with these settings and go through them just like we did through every other part of this video, and just figure out what's inside of here, where everything is, and get a basic understanding of how to use it. So that's it for this video. I know we covered a ton. Again, HighLevel is a very comprehensive piece of software, and it's very confusing in the beginning because there is so much to it. And so if you want to learn this software as quickly as possible, then go through everything that we went through in this video, start playing around with the software, get signed up as my affiliate so that you get those 3 free courses that teach you in depth what's inside of this software and get you building your own agency. So part of those courses are, you've got SaaS Agency Secrets, which teaches you how to structure your SaaS agency. You've got the onboarding tutorial, which onboards you, goes through each of these tabs even more in depth than what we went through in this video. And I give you that course to use as your own. I've taken my face, my name, my logo, everything off of that course that has to do with me and my agency. And I give that to you so that you can send it to your clients to help them get onboarded. And then finally, you get SaaS from Scratch, which is the course that I documented every step of my journey of creating my own SaaS agency. And I did not miss a single detail inside of that course. I've got sales calls on there. Everything that you need is inside of that course. And you get all 3 of those for free. You also get those weekly coaching calls. And for the first 50 affiliates that sign up, you get the one-on-one advanced setup for your account with me. I'll hop on a call with you, make sure that you're up and running. I'll go through getting your DNS records set up, getting your A2P registration set up, and your account set up so that you're ready for A2P registration. I'll get your dedicated domain set up. I'll get everything set up so that you're ready to start doing business, and I'll help you learn the material with those weekly coaching calls. And then you'll be off and running, and in a matter of months, then you'll have a good idea of how to use this software and go about selling it for yourself to make that monthly recurring revenue. So I know we covered a lot in this video and just kind of touched on those subjects, but if you sign up as my affiliate, you get that in-depth look along with mentoring from me directly on how to use the software and create your own online business. So I hope this video helped, and I will see you in the next video.